Welcome back, everybody. I'm Josiwe, and this is another episode of Let's Play Skyrim. Let's go ahead and continue. Now, when last we left our hero, Adarancel Ragefire, he had infiltrated a forsworn bandit territory to retrieve and rescue the little girl Fiotra, the Sibyl of Dibella, and return her to the priestesses in Markarth. Now, unfortunately, I tried to record another episode, and there was some sort of problem with the streaming server that I use as a DVR service, essentially, before I upload it to YouTube. And the episode got broken up into chunks, it got interrupted, and it was totally unusable, totally garbage. So I had a choice. I could either go back, reload the game from that point, and replay that episode, and hope that this time it would work correctly, or I could just tell you what happened. And thankfully, it was a mostly uneventful episode. I'll tell you what I did. Basically, after I took Fiotra back to the priestesses, I was given a reward. I was given a permanent blessing, Agent of Dibella. You do more combat damage to the opposite sex, which also translates to speech challenges and things like bartering and persuading. I'm more successful, basically, against women now. So after that, I talked a little bit about how I wanted to try to get enchanting and at least one of the two schools I focused in, destruction and illusion, up to 100. Because I wanted to see what the end game content looked like. You know, the quest to get the final spells, what I could do with very high enchanting, what kind of equipment I could make for myself, that kind of thing. So I went and made about 40 iron daggers, and I had a bunch of circlets and jewelry, and I threw basically every soul gem I had at it. And as a result, I got my enchanting up to 88. Very high. Very, very gratifying. And I got the 5th rank of the Enchanter perk, and I got the Corpus Enchanter perk, so that when I get 100, I can get the Extra Effect perk, which is really what I'm hoping for. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that happened in the last episode. There was one other thing that I should mention. I did stumble across, I was looking for a dragon to kind of finish out the episode on a high note after all the boring stuff I'd done, and this was before I'd realized that the whole episode was ruined. But, oh yeah, I should mention this as well. Once I got my enchanting all the way up, I made myself some new rings. So I've got Destroyer's Sigil and Destroyer's Torque, both of which reduce the cost of destruction spells by 25%. So I already have the perks for Novice Adept and whatever is in the middle of there, which reduces the cost by 50%. These stack together to reduce it to another 50%. These are applied after the perk. So if I could get 2 more items like this, I could cast these spells for free. But as it is right now, I'm casting them for about 25% of their intended cost, or their original cost, or what their cost would be given my skill in destruction, etc., and so forth. So the other thing that happened was that I stumbled across a dragon priest, Croesus, and killed him, which was pretty cool. So right now we have this additional dragon priest mask, Croesus. What's really interesting is it gives you 20% improvement to alchemy. So I'll be able to use that if I want to grind alchemy up a little bit. But what I'm actually going to do right here, I'm going to travel to Windhelm and go visit Revan Sadri and train my speechcraft, because it's a huge pain in the butt when all the vendors only have 750 gold and they only accept certain stuff. So I'd like to get speechcraft up if possible around 60 or 75, whatever it is that I need for a couple of those perks, to make life a little bit easier when it comes to selling all this stuff I'm enchanting and finding in dungeons and stuff. So since my speech is relatively low, I'm just going to go over here and grab some quick training from him before I decide what to do with this episode.
Relax when I can.
So I'm just checking to see if anybody who's watching live can tell me whether there's any problem with the broadcast, if it's interrupted or anything like that. Because it is kind of a lot of effort getting recording these things, and I would, I'd shut it down if I'm experiencing more technical difficulties rather than try to push through.
Let me know
But
if you
anyway,
see
let's speak to
anything
Sadri here. Let's make sure we're not wearing anything that boosts our skill, because that will increase the price. Where's speech? Speech, yeah, it's at 43. Okay. So let's try and get some training
Good
from
to
him.
see you. Finally, someone useful is around.
I'd like training in the art of speech.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Okay. So it's going to cost us a little gold, but that's okay. Oh, we've already trained this level, that's right. Okay. So we're going to have to come back and deal with him later. Okay. In the meantime, I'm not quite ready to do any of the major quest lines. I'm kind of putting them off. All that's really left is to finish the game. And I don't want to do that yet. So what I'm going to do instead is return on my miscellaneous quests and see where they lead me, see where they take me. So is there anyone here in Windhelm? Yes, it looks like. Talk to Orthus and Dario at the East Empire Company in Windhelm. That's the closest miscellaneous task. So let's go ahead and make sure that's our only one. Okay. And now we can just very quickly find our way there.
Don't think you can barter with me like I'm one of those damned shopkeepers.
I've never been here.
Ah, here we go. Okay. Out into Skyrim, really? Okay. Seems unlikely. Nope, okay. So we have to go to this trading company and find this guy. I don't even remember what this is about, really. Here we go. Okay.
I know this place looks horrible. Please, don't hold it against the company.
Why is it so run down?
Sad, isn't it? We can't afford to keep the place running since these attacks started. Pirates, you see. Raiding all along the coast, from Hammerfell to Vardenfell. Only the Shattershields appear safe.
And who are the Shattershields?
A very powerful family in Windhelm. They run a private shipping operation and would love to have the docks to themselves.
I see what he's implying.
Wouldn't surprise me if they were in league with the pirates somehow.
Do you have any proof?
Not yet, no. But perhaps an intrepid person such as yourself could help with that? They have a dark elf who oversees their operations, Suveris Atherin. She's meticulous to a fault, and keeps a logbook with every transaction she makes. If it were to somehow end up in my hands, I wouldn't argue.
Okay. Why not fight back?
Our own security forces are limited, and all the mercenaries are tied up in this ridiculous war. We don't even know their base of operations, and attacking single ships won't really solve the problem.
What else can you tell me about them?
They call themselves the Bloodhawkers. They've been around as long as I can remember, but only recently focused on our ships. A dastardly group, but they're more than simple brigands. Shrewd, clever, not to be trifled with.
Okay, it seems we need to help this gentleman out. We've got this new quest, Rise in the East. The East Empire Company is being harassed by a group of pirates and would like me to help shut them down. If I do, the Windhelm office can reopen, and there should be some money in it for me. Okay, so we have to go find Suveris Atherin and steal her logbook. Okay. Alright. Now, why does it want me to go there? Stupid game. Wait a minute. Is that not his house?
Your fancy magic someplace else.
Clan Shattershield. Oh, I see. It's right next door. Okay.
The Imperialists think us all lost
I get it.
beasts.
Okay.
I'm proof of their ignorance.
Okay.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
Oh, that's right, I helped her out. Or no, I just told her she was cool. But then, if she's in league with the Shatter Shields...
These lazy Argonians better get their tails moving. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, private property of Suvaris Atheron. Please return to him in Windhelm, her in Windhelm, if found. Journal for month of last seed, year 201 of the 4th era. First of last seed, spoke with Master Torbjorn in the morning. Pleased with the projects to increase competitiveness of shipping office. Master Torbjorn will probably turn out to be the leader of the pirates. Alright. Spent afternoon overseeing offices and various paperworks, moderate lunch and heavy dinner. Second of last seed. Punish one of the dock workers for laziness. 2 days rations. Empty stomach means less good work for a few days, but he'll work hard from here on out. Moderate lunch and dinner. She's like using this journal to keep track of her diet. That's funny. Third of last seed. Correspondence with Uncle Mithorpa in Morrowind. Sadness continues to abound, flowing west, right? Because Vardenfell fell into the sea and Morrowind is in ruins. Light lunch, no dinner. Fourth of last seed. Reports that our pirate friends are offering to let the company ships through in exchange for gold. We'll need to look into this. Heavy lunch and dinner. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe she's not in league with them. Fifth of last seed. Tried to get in to see Master Torbjorn about the potential issues. Torbjorn must be Torbjorn Shattershield. Okay, that must be who she's talking about. But he proved too busy tending his wife and daughter in mourning. Did not wish to intrude. Skipped lunch, waiting at the Shattershield house, moderate dinner. Sixth of the last seed. Explained situation to Master Torbjorn. As usual, he did not wish to know details, only how much money I needed to ensure smooth operations. I depart tomorrow for Dawnstar, hoping to catch the captain at the Wind Peak for his crew's regular festivities. Okay, so there's a clue. We can track them down there. Heavy lunch, skip dinner in favor of packing. And seventh of last seed, beginning journey, plan to be back by the 12th. 15th, return safely though not unscathed. Bandit attacks delayed the initial travel. Then Stig's salt plank proved to be more uncooperative than I'd hoped. Stig's salt plank, okay. Chipped in some additional gold out of my own purse. Some cleverness in the books will see it repaid, and the deal was done. 8 on the road, light meals all around. 16th of last seed, hoping word gets back to Stig's betters of our new arrangement before more company ships can make it through. Found the Argonians had completely fouled up the operations in my absence. No surprise there, need to see to the old one's scuba supply. That should keep them motivated. Heavy lunch and dinner. Okay, so it's pretty clear. They're bribing the pirates to let them through, but maybe Suvaris is in the dark. Maybe she's been gulled, and Torbjorn already, like, sort of knows what's going on. But let's go give the logbook to Orthus and see what he has to say about it. It's nice that she likes us and trusts us. Yeah, of course, the Shattershield girl was killed by the murderer in Windhelm. Anyway, let's see what Orthus has to say. He's probably going to tell us to go to Wind Peak.
Fancy yourself an alchemist, Never could get the hang of that.
If you get me the logbook, I'll have proof of Shattershield's treachery.
I've got the logbook.
How did you get it? No, never mind. I probably shouldn't know. I see. It looks like Severus has been traveling to Dawnstar to meet with a pirate crew there. Get to Dawnstar and see what you can find out about these rogues. I'd wager they won't be too far from the tavern. Try to find out where their fortress is. The captain, Stig Saltplank, has to know something.
Okay, so if you're the kind of person who doesn't read, the game sort of spoon-feeds you the information, but we knew all that because we read the journal. So we're going to travel to Dawnstar and go to the Wind Peak bar or inn or whatever that is, and track down this crusty old pirate and see what we can get out of him.